I'm working with a machine shop manufacturing for sale, and he said he owned the building, but he told me he doesn't want to sell the building and the business. He just want to lease for the new buyer. In that case, can I get the commission on the lease as well, or just only the business?
Oh, I mean, he would have to pay somebody a leasing commission unless he's intending to have his attorney do it, draft up the lease, in which case he'll pay his attorney the attorney's fees. So yeah, I mean, if I was selling the business and doing the lease, I have a rule of thumb that I kind of go by, and I'm not going to take on liability for anything that I'm not being compensated for. So I'm not going to provide a lease and not be compensated, because then I'm incurring liability and there's no exchange. So I just always make sure, if the business owner wants me to do the lease, I'm happy to do the lease. I'm going to be paid to do the lease.
Oh, that makes more sense now because you work, you spend time. So that's why you need to get, but only for the first year. Am I correct? And not for the rest?
No, it's the lease for the lease term. So if you do a 5-year lease, and I would charge them a fee on the lease term.
Oh, thank you so much. That answered my question. So check on the lease term, not only the first year, but for the 5 year. Even he gonna say,
But
Diane,
then
you take
there's
too much
also
commission. You take the business commission, and now you're gonna help me, and then you take all the commission. Okay.
but they can also go hire a commercial real estate agent to do that for them, but they're going to have to pay a fee there, or they can have the attorney do it. So I mean, there's no free lunch. It's not like you're asking for something that you're not earning.
You,
It's just basically you're there, you're already selling the business. It's fewer hands in the cookie jar if you take care of the whole thing for the business owner.
that's
Um,
true. That makes sense. So two separate transaction. One transaction selling the business, another transaction for the tenant, right?
yeah.
Right.
Mm,
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you.
yeah. Now, if anybody has a different opinion than that, hey, speak up. Because I'm just giving you my opinion based on my experience, but there's more than one way to do things. And the other thing, Diane, is what else have you gotten a lease? Do you have, does a buyer want a first right of refusal to buy the building, or an option to buy the building? Is a seller willing to give an option to buy the building? I mean, there's conversations that take place with the buyer and with the seller. So I usually try and find out what kind of flexibility the seller has up front.
Yes.
And, it is their primary goal long-term lease, but if a buyer really, really, really wants the building, they're willing to sell it, or is it just no, not selling at all, keeping it in the family forever. It's already in my trust to go to my kids, all of that. In which case we know no first right of refusal, no options, nothing, just straight on lease.
At this
So
moment, he said he want the monthly income. At this moment, he might
yeah,
change later on. We don't know. Yeah. But thank you
exactly.
so much for giving me your feedback, Tanya.
Yeah,
Thank you
of
so
course.
much. Yeah.